What is going on, everybody? My name is Chris, and today we have some exciting news, and that is that full self-driving beta version 11.4 is coming soon. The release notes were leaked on Twitter by an employee, and these release notes are jam-packed with features and improvements that a lot of us have been waiting for. So we're about to jump into these release notes and analyze them, and do not forget that I will be using this software update on my car in a future video. So if you don't want to miss that and see this in the real world, make sure you hit like and get subscribed so you do not miss that video. So right off the bat, some of the most exciting news for version 11.4 is that it is running on version 2023.6.15. So we are now on the 2023 branch. If you go into your vehicle settings and your software is below 2023.6.15, that means you can subscribe to beta and get this update once it starts rolling out. Exactly when that's gonna be, we don't know. Tesla has been rapidly releasing updates lately to the tune of about one new update per week for well over a month now. So I would expect this to come to some cars soon, but is it gonna be a wide rollout where anyone can just download it onto their car? We don't know yet. So don't jump on that subscribe button just yet, but if you do get an update prompt, I would wait and stay below 2023.6.15 if you are waiting to use full self-driving beta. And when you can see it's going out to a more general audience, definitely then use your subscribe to full self-driving, and you hopefully should be able to get it. Let's say it is wide released, it's getting pushed to everyone. Those updates generally come within a few minutes after subscribing to full self-driving beta, as long as it's a full wide rollout. So let's get into the details. What is version 11.4 gonna bring us? Some really exciting stuff we've been waiting for. One of the most impressive upgrades is improved decision-making for pedestrians at crosswalks. The system will now evaluate multiple possible outcomes, taking into account both the car's actions and the pedestrian's responses. This means safer driving for everyone on the road, especially pedestrians. In my experience, version 11 so far has been very good with pedestrian interactions already, meaning it is stopping when it needs to for pedestrians, but at the same time, it's not slamming on the brakes when somebody is near us and we don't need to do that. So far my experience has been good, but this should make it even better. Tesla has also made significant improvements to the car's behavior near vulnerable road users, meaning pedestrians and cyclists. The system now measures the probability of intersection and preemptively decelerates when the estimated risk is high, ensuring increased safety for pedestrians and cyclists. So again, hopefully this will play into the fact that we don't get a lot of braking that we don't need. Older versions like version 10 also did a very good job of stopping for pedestrians and cyclists, but the negative of that is it was a little too sensitive a lot of the time, and you'd have someone, say, walking parallel to the car, next to the car, and the Tesla would still hit the brakes. One funny one I saw all the time is somebody would walk behind my car and my car would slam on the brakes because the pedestrian was just too close. So hopefully these improvements will make those kind of phantom brakes, those braking events that we don't need, more rare, while still doing a great job stopping when it needs to. Tesla also mentions turning performance in dense, unstructured city environments has been upgraded as well. The system now handles situations like turning when the turn lane is blocked by parked cars and avoiding turning into bus lanes. So personally, I don't experience a lot of bus lanes. We don't really have that around here, but especially I'm thinking more like construction when things are kind of in the way and you gotta turn, but the lane you're supposed to turn into is closed and you got to make this wider turn into the next lane. For the most part, those are good for me, but sometimes they can get awkward if the car doesn't have enough like kind of foresight. If you can't see far enough, it'll mess those up. So these should be improved. Additionally, Tesla has made significant improvements to the lane guidance module, which has been a long-standing issue for many drivers, including myself. In the past, incorrect lane selection often led to mistakes and required interventions, causing frustration and potential safety concerns. With this update, Tesla has managed to resolve a whopping 64% of all interventions caused by bad routing type. Now this 64% is claimed by them. We will see if that's true, but it was very common for the car to change lanes to follow route and actually move away from where it needed to be. One example I have on the way to work, there's a 3-lane road, there's 2 straight lanes and 1 right turn only lane, and no matter what lane my car is in, we have an approaching left turn, my car every single day will change lanes to follow route to the right, moving away from our upcoming turn and messing up the whole procedure. They've achieved this by feeding long-range routing hints to the network, guiding the car to appropriate lanes needed to reach its destination. The auto labeler for per lane routing types has also seen considerable improvement. Furthermore, they've enhanced the consistency between lane, line, road edge, and restricted space detections. This combination of improvements will hopefully result in a much smoother driving experience and significantly reducing the need for driver interventions when you're getting these incorrect lane changes, and also changing away from the upcoming maneuver, which I know is a huge complaint. This is what I'm most excited for out of this whole update because it ruins a lot of drives for me, and I hear from you down in the comments it ruins a lot of drives for you as well. I'm hoping this means there's more map data being used when the car is making those changing lane to follow route decisions, because in Google Maps or even Tesla's navigation in car, it's very clear which lane you need to be in for your upcoming maneuver. So this has always been a strange thing for me. Why is the car making these incorrect decisions when the data is right there? I mean, I can see it for myself. On the screen it's correct, but the car for some reason keeps getting it wrong. Tesla has also made great strides in reducing lane changing prediction error when looking at other cars by improving recall for partial cut-ins and precision for false positive cut-ins. This was achieved by increasing their auto-labeled fleet data set and refining the auto-labeling algorithm. Full Self-Driving Beta in this update has also improved its understanding of when to use and avoid bus lanes, updated the lane type detection network, and enhanced map vision fusion. Speed control during lane changes has also been optimized. Again, I don't really have bus lanes around here, so that's not something I can test, but I do think that the speed control is very good when changing lanes. The car does a great job when it needs to, especially of accelerating a bit into a lane change or slowing down if it's getting into a tight space and there's not much room ahead. Another really exciting advancement here, the new Vision Speed Network, is a remarkable addition to Tesla's software suite as it intelligently infers the typical driving speed on a given road. By analyzing factors such as road type, surrounding traffic, and other contextual information, the system can determine and limit the maximum allowed speed in various environments, such as parking lots and residential roads. Think about it this way. If you are driving on a dirt road, just like me, the speed limit on our dirt roads is 55 miles per hour. Do you think I'm driving 55 miles per hour on dirt roads? No, I'm using the context around me. The road is thin, it's very bumpy, there's lots of potholes, to decide to go a slightly lower speed. Same thing with a really tight lane. Sometimes when I'm in downtown Ann Arbor, the speed limit is 30 or 35, but the roads are really narrow, and Beta will speed up to that speed limit if there's no one in front of us. And it's a little uncomfortable. So hopefully this will make the car much more intelligent. Talk about artificial intelligence, by looking around the world that it's in and deciding, all right, maybe we should go a little slower here. At this time, Beta does kind of have that ability, and I've noticed on the dirt roads, if I crank the speed up to say 50 miles per hour, Beta will not go that fast. It'll stick to 25 or 30 miles per hour, even though I'm allowing it to go faster, but this sounds like a huge improvement in that regard. Moreover, this update addresses hydroplaning risk by dynamically adjusting the maximum allowable speed based on detected road conditions and other risk factors, such as the wetness of the road, tire spray from other vehicles, like that's crazy that they can detect that, rain intensity, and even tire wear estimation. So if you didn't know, your Tesla can actually estimate the wear on your tires on your car. I have the details about the software update and how that works up here in this link if you want to check out that video, but it's very cool. The car can even warn you when you probably need new tires. One of the final release notes, Tesla has made notable strides in improving long-range path blockage detection and control on city streets. This allows the car to perform lane changes due to upcoming blockages earlier. This is definitely something I've had problems with. I can see from a figurative mile away that the road is closed up there, either from cones or a stopped car or whatever is in the way. And Full Self-Driving Beta will just hang out in that lane until the last possible second, and it doesn't like crash into anything, but it just kind of sneaks right past those cones, really tightly moves over. And especially if you have a lot of traffic in the lane next to you, it doesn't always work so well. And Beta being so safe and careful as it is, it'll just kind of get stuck there as it waits for someone to give it an opening. Tesla has also improved developer productivity and reduced vehicle response latency by upgrading the compiler to Clang 16. From what I can gather, this is just a more efficient compiler for C++ programming, and it's used to translate human readable code into machine readable instructions. Again, kind of sounds like AI, kind of sounds like we're getting a lot more of this artificial intelligence type of stuff going into the code and helping us drive the cars. Or should I say helping the cars drive themselves. Of course, we'll have to actually take this software update out on the road and see how these claims stack up to real world performance. Again, it's only going to employees right now, but I would think very soon it's going to be coming to customer cars, so make sure you look out for that. Let me know in the comments down below the most exciting update you have here. Again, I think lane selection is the biggest problem we have. Hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to talking to you down in the comments, and you will see me in the next video.